I think it's quite funny how oftentimes I end up being reminded of my own little life lessons that I like to preach forward, and today was one of those days. So I'm going to, in all humility, share it with you. I always talk about I guess I talk about it in a different way, but the point is the concept of doing that one thing that kind of, you need to do, you are just putting it off, you've been procrastinating, whether it be something massive like a change in lifestyle and needing to get healthy and fit, or whether it is something that you just need to get done that day and you've been putting it off and you're not looking forward to it and you've turned it into this big old ugly monster in your head. You have to remind yourself when procrastination sets in, or whether it's fear-based, or I don't know, sometimes we get anxious around something. We make stories up in our head and we make it so much bigger than it is. And today was one of those days. And I did catch myself. And I realized that I was letting this thing that I needed to do that I really didn't want to do, and I was kind of fearful of getting it done. I let it become a story in my head. And I'm going to spare you the details. But bottom line is I caught myself as I'm procrastinating, thinking, oh, I've got to do this first. I've got to do that first. And really, in the meantime, it's haunting me in the back of my mind for a good couple of hours as I'm getting this other stuff done. And reality is that other stuff didn't have to be done right then. I was totally procrastinating because I didn't want to do that one thing. So then I finally catch myself. I'm like, no, I am taking the fear away. I am taking the clout out of the way of this issue. I'm not going to be able to be focused and truly clear on what I really should be doing and being effective today, as long as this is in the back of my mind. So I need to rip out the Band-Aid, just go and get this done and handle it, right? So I go to handle it, and it was so anticlimactic and so freaking easy. Hello, why do you do that to yourself? Why do we do that to ourselves? So anyway, my point is to encourage you, if you're not alone, kind of a follow-up to the whole 5-second rule. If you feel some sort of hesitation and it's something is good for you, just get it done. And if it's something that you've been hesitating on or procrastinating on, even if it is, I'm actually posting this for our member group. So for you guys, it might just be on the daily basis for, you just don't feel like working out that day. You're in a funk, you're in a rut. A lot of times if we have something going on, I know this where it happens to me too. If I have something going on where I'm upset or I'm sad, and kind of shared that on Sunday with the loss that I'm just kind of working through from my aunt, and we feel like and this might be a women thing, but guys, maybe it applies to you too. We feel like we're wearing a sign on our forehead, like a sign that says super sad today, or I was crying last night, or I'm just in a funk, or some days it's I'm just really grumpy, and we're afraid that we're wearing it on our forehead and it keeps us from showing up. And we need to catch that thought and realize there's no neon sign on our forehead. Take the lies away that tell you that you're not going to feel supported or whatever when it comes to coming to FBC. If you just get there, just show up, and you can be quiet that day to begin with. You can kind of be to yourself, and it's not going to take too long of being around our peeps when you're like, yeah, I like this place, and I love the attention and the people around me, and everybody's so awesome. And by the time you're done with the workout, same thing. You might not feel like it. Maybe your high knees are barely a walk. By the time of that workout, you're busted it out and you feel even better. So maybe it's not procrastinating your workout. Maybe you need to flip your schedule. Maybe you said you were going to do, 4:30, 5:30, what have you, and that's not happening because school and life gets in the way. Maybe you need to rip off the Band-Aid and stop the lie that tells you can't get up early. You can do anything. It's just hard to begin with. Maybe you need to get it done in the morning. Maybe it's procrastinating your food prep, or asking for help on nutrition. Maybe that's your hesitation. Maybe you are intentionally not food journaling because you don't want Rebecca to look at it. Nutrition is 80% of how we look and feel. So take advantage. Do your food journaling. Send it to me. Let me help you, right? Whatever it is, big or small. And I'm probably going to post this to our main pages as I'm talking out loud now. It's probably going to help a lot of people. I am just sitting. I just got done with Starbucks, so I'm lit up because I finally got some quiet time today. It was just one of those days. So when I get quiet, productive time, it's like fires me up. I'm ready to go. So I probably will post this on our main pages as well. And to you, if you are not yet training with us yet, it's scary to get started. And that might be the one thing that you keep putting off in the back of your head, and you keep procrastinating and you're pushing through your day to day, but it's in the back of your head. It's nagging you because you know that you're not happy with your health. You know that you don't feel good. You know that you're low on energy at 3:00 in the afternoon. You know that you're hiding when your kids want to go play, either because you don't have the energy to keep up with them or you're not comfortable in your own skin. That's not just the number on the scale. We talk about and build up confidence from inside out. So now is the time to stop allowing that negative energy, negative power to have an influence, even if it's subconsciously. The way you do that is by taking action today on that very thing that is looping in the back of your head. Sound good? All right, guys, I believe in you. Bye.